Hey everyone, I'm Wa.
And I'm Chris, and welcome to Docu-Sweeties.
We're two longtime friends who discuss the riveting and sometimes trashy world of reality TV and docuseries.
Yes, but through our own lens, which can be just really bad reception on my part, just a really bad Wi-Fi. So I will be in and out visually. We'll see what I can do. But at the end of the day, hopefully mildly sweet, like the popcorn was getting into that she just used her teeth to get into, honey. Like she poppycock. I don't know what it's going to be, honey, but she's hungry for it. Okay. We're here talking about 90 Day Fiancé, season 10, episode 10, 10 for 10, for better or for worse, honey. For better or for worse. Wow, you and this popcorn. I mean, I can't believe I just saw you do that with your teeth in, like, I mean, with this thing over your head, Wah. I can't. Who do you think you are, Wah? I mean, look. What? What are you going to say for yourself? You look like Mother Teresa.
I don't have anything to say for myself, but I didn't realize it was going to be a mixture. It
Oh, yeah.
is it's cheese and
Yum.
caramel.
Yes. What's wrong with you? You don't deserve it. This is why
Okay.
you're not grateful.
Okay. Take yourself off camera, please.
Okay. Here we talking about love 90 Day Fiance. I forgot what we're talking about. 90 Day Fiance. Yeah, my loves. I mean, this is can you believe it? Season 10, as we're going into, obviously, we're also towing it at the same time. Tow is now finally over. So right now, this is what we're hanging our hat on pretty much at the after tomorrow. Rob and Sophie, who's we're starting with. Obviously, Sophie just got done saying that she's bi. She really whispered it, really came in close. Go ahead, Wa.
Bisexual. I'm bi. I'm bi.
Now, Rob knows this bitch is 23. I want it. No, I want it. And so, what
Off camera, off camera, off camera, off camera,
is
off camera.
I want to have sex with women. And obviously, I'm with you. And I know I want this. And so I'm going to want this. And he has to now process what that means for him. And what that means for him is threesomes. But he, because he doesn't, so, but she kind of is like, no, we'll never be able to have threesomes and you'll never be able to cheat on me. But I think that I should be able to like have women partners, is kind of what she's like angling for, but in the future, in like 10 years from now.
So Rob is a knob and doesn't understand that she doesn't want to have threesomes because she says she's bisexual. She is just equally attracted to women as men. He thinks that all of a sudden she wants to go buck wild and fuck everybody. So he's like, now I don't know how to take this information because for sure, if you're going to start fucking people, I'm going to start fucking people. And for sure, if you want to start fucking people, we're fucking them together. And she's like,
No.
that's gross. That's disgusting, Rob. I would never want you to do that, and you don't have the freedom to do whatever you want to do, Rob, because we're in a relationship, and I'd never give you permission to start fucking other women, and we're not definitely fucking them together, Rob. That's disgusting, Rob. And so we have that conversation because he, as I just said, is a knob. Oh my god, he's so stupid.
If you didn't think he was a knob, the next scene is something we see now. It's the sharp jewelry getting scene where the guy unfortunately can't afford a ring, period, but is forced to be on TV buying a ring. And so what we see is a total breakdown of someone who must spend money but has no money. And so
cheap gold.
But has
cheap
a honey. Yeah. I mean, this man comes into this jewelry store like
to a Middle Eastern man. This is some kind of like white man of color. Okay. This is some kind of Middle Eastern, some man who is like, hey, my friend, let me help you do this thing. And Rob is like, I want you to help me do this cheap thing. I want you to help me do this thing cheaply. And the man is like, okay, I'll give you this for $1,000. No cheaper. I said, cheaper than 1,000. Rob, He goes in there and it's so embarrassing that she can't even say anything besides, no, that's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
It is so embarrassing and so rude and so disgusting. There is a full camera crew following him, and this man is trying to do his best. And Rob is like, cheap, she's not worth it. If you know what she just told me, you wouldn't even be in this shop right now. Basically, is what he's telling the salesman. You find out new things every day. And all she has to do is stand here, just kind of half smizing. It is so embarrassing. I'm
Yes.
embarrassed. We are embarrassed.
She really is hanging on for a wing and a prayer, like, and truly, I feel like is only with him because she wants to be in America. And it's not, it's funny because, listen, we get people who like maybe are from places where like coming to America might be like indicative of a little more like stability in their lives when it comes to electricity and stuff like that. This person just wants to be in America, I think, because LA to her is hot. Like, I don't know if Rob living in Minnesota would have the same effect. Like, would this even happen if Rob was in a non-major metropolitan city, like New
I'm
York or New York?
sorry. Minneapolis is a major metropolitan city. One.
Okay, well
Prince
then,
is from here. Two.
okay, then, then let me ask you this: if Rob was there,
Mm-hmm.
would she be there?
Yeah. Paisley Park, Mall of America. Okay. Hateration in their dancery. Okay.
Every time I turn my camera on, it makes her so mad, but I have to do it for choice parts. Okay, this is what we have to do.
No, she's a hater. First of all, take your fucking camera off because your
It's
shit is whack.
off.
Your shit is whack. Your fucking whack ass Wi-Fi.
My shit is whack.
It is whack. Okay. Shit is whack.
Okay. So can we? So basically, blah blah blue. They're
Can we
done.
move on?
And
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Citra. Let's move on. Citra and Sam.
Oh yeah, yeesh.
So we have this I mean, the only way to describe it is to describe people who would keep raccoons as pets.
Ooh.
These people are having some kind of cookout in their backyard in celebration of their son Sam, who is fresh off of his opioid addiction, and he is now on some other addiction that is a lower dose of his opioid called like Subsixon or Subnex.
It's not an addiction. So I want to be very clear. It is a treatment. It's a bridge treatment that I did present on. Suboxone is a bridge treatment that some doctors use as a way for people to
Like methadone.
Yes. Yes, it's like methadone. And so in that way, you could and when I say bridge, you could even take it for the rest of your life if that's the course of treatment that a doctor says is in the best interest for you, especially weighing what could happen if that's not your treatment.
Yes.
That's what I want to say.
Yes. Okay. Chris, correct me. Thank you. So he's at his mother and father's home. They're in the backyard and they're eating good with the brother. And someone in the family says, because he remarks that he has to convert to Islam, and his mother, who is devoutly Christian, and his father, who believes in aliens and is not religious at all, but is waiting for the aliens to come and get him. Mother is like, I don't think that anyone should have to change religions in order to be in a relationship, which is interesting because her very religion some sects of that religion does require that. We find out that she doesn't know that people who are Muslim do not celebrate Christmas. She says, do they celebrate Christmas? And I said, bless her heart. And then he says her dad's a cop, and mom says, is he really? Wow, I didn't know that. And then he says, I think they celebrate Yom Kippur. I said, oh, that's That's Judaism.
No
That
one
is
went to school.
that is Yom Kippur is Judaism. He's like, you, but don't hold me on that. I don't know. And I said, you don't. You don't know.
Don't hold them.
Hmm.
Yeah, education's really important, and it really is because
You could get
they
on
all
national TV and say crazy things. And the brother says, I think it's important that you learn a couple of things. And Sam says, I have been busy trying to get her out here. So I don't have time to learn a couple of things.
Yeah. I'm staying sober and getting her out here for no reason other than my own selfish reason. I mean, it's delusional for this man to think that this is going to work. And that's the God's honest truth. It's delusional. And what's also scary is that it's not stable minded behavior for someone who's already demonstrated a lack of stability in his mental behavior. So none of this rings true or rings good because, like in love after lockup, people get out of prison and just want something right away, and they want it because it might mean something, a stability in life that has escaped them thusly, right? And a relationship can mean that because love is so important and people are so hungry for it and people are so lonely for it. And so if you can A, have a love in your life, and B, suddenly have a relationship, and the promise of that relationship either creating stability or having the visual being stability being there is an overwhelmingly attractive idea, you know?
Is it because I'm not crazy? Because I am overwhelmingly lonely and love
Mhm.
Lauren, but I don't make these decisions.
You love who?
Love Lauren.
Lauren? Are you saying love Lauren? Like
Yes.
as if
Love
like
Lauren.
we're oh God, this
Take
is your fault.
yourself
This is your
off
fault.
of
This is no, you
video.
made me come here.
I did not.
You
Take
you
yourself
made
off
me
of.
do this. No,
I
you
didn't.
did this. You did
Love
this.
Lauren. Take yourself off a video. You want me to send it to you in a text so that you understand the word I'm saying is coming out of my mouth?
Everyone was upset. Well, everyone's happy I did what I did. I hope that popcorn's great. So basically, everyone's on my side. Everyone's on it. So, God bless. Sam is has I cannot make fun of this person. This person has had a horrible situation happen to him. He's going through it and I wish the best for him. He doesn't really have a strong teeth situation, so like his mouth sort of like hangs in a certain way that's very interesting, Wah what? Wah what?
Take yourself off of video. You guys, I'm going to love Lauren. Love Lauren. It's still coming up as love Lauren too. Okay. Anyways, say your sentence, but take yourself off a video.
I feel like I want him to do a lot more work on himself before we just like jump into a relationship and a brand new religion with someone who you have to charter to come here and provide the household for this person to stay here because this person is not an American citizen and thusly lives on the soil. And that is another thing. I hate to say this. It's like this is I would want you to tell me if this is privilege. It's very hard for people of a certain economic status, and that is the very lowest of ones, to charter people to come and move to America. And it's because unless they're a family member or they have a house they can move in, like that they're not going to work. It's hard, right? Like, so when there's all these fiancés that want someone to come and move, they have like no money. It's just like, well, babe, where are people going to live and how are they going to live? And like, what is the future self's version of yourselves look like? And is it going to work out? And for someone like you who might have gone through it when it comes to like mental issues, drug issues, there's a lot to weigh and it doesn't look great. You know what I'm saying? Like, so having said that, it's going to give me a lot of fucking anxiety to watch them the entire time. Also, I've now gotten to a place where too much eyelashes on girls give me too much anxiety, you know, and she has too many eyelashes. That's Citra, you know, she needs to like look at her sisters and take a couple off, you know. Go ahead, Will.
Okay. What does lovelorn mean? When you're lovelorn, you feel sad or hopeless about love. Lovelorn, Lovelorn. Thank you.
I mean, the whole time I knew the word I've read
Whoa.
before, but like I know, I just was playing with you that I did sound like you said love Lauren, and I'm just gonna play with it. And also it's a dumb word to say in the middle of like 2023. And so you have to give me some things to say. Go ahead. Boy, 45 minutes of her looking up love Lauren. Anyway, okay. So you know, we see a I play. We see a lot of Citra, honey, living her life with her sisters, her dad, you know, just like being, you know, like Muslim, you know, just like, you know, they're like praying. He's giving them talks, you know, what to do, you know. And I'll just tell you, the look of that dad is not a look that I feel like is going to appreciate a Sam.
Yeah, it's not going to appreciate it at all. But
And he wants to go there.
Yeah, he gets to the airport in a busy ass shirt. And listen, I didn't dislike it. I just thought that it wasn't for him. I think that he should wear a shirt that instead of it being navy blue, it should be a lighter blue. She loved it. She didn't hate him. She thought he was cute. And
that's it. He was so, you know, he said the thing that was kind of like sad, and I get like, and they say this a lot. It's a very common fear, which is I hope it's like how it used to be, or hope that when we see each other, we still have the same chem, or it feels like it did. Because, you know, a lot of people have dream-like week adventures in foreign places when it's, you know, when the locale is where the other person lives and it's beautiful and vacation-y.
warm vacation, no parents,
All
no
of it.
family, no drama, just
No
like
responsibilities.
no, yeah, easy peasy,
Mhm,
lemon squeezy.
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and also even in dating now, like in normal dating now, you could date someone for like 4 weeks and have it be like awesome, and the person can like, and it can fizzle immediately, or fizzle like in like the 5th and 6th weekend, people like ghost you or whatever. And so like there is this kind of, you see it from both sides, where people are like, is it still there? Is this person gonna change? Is this person's like feeling has it changed for me?
Yeah.
And that's a universal thing that's like makes me sad, and kind of just like, oh, we're also human.
Yeah. But for them, the 2-week clock is a ticking. So moving on, Gino and Jasmine. So Gino decides to take Jasmine on a little mini vacation to Florida. She loves it. She gets there. For some reason, she has on a one piece underneath, which is like, how were you planning on taking a bathroom break in the airplane with all them clothes on and that onesie underneath? She changes her clothes. She gets there. She realizes she wants to have a wedding there. And he's like, what am my family? And she's like, I didn't want your family there anyway.
Oh, good. Yeah. Check. I get to be Miami. You know, here's the thing. We also have seen plenty of lovely, you know, woman from, you know, the Southern America region who is like stuck in the middle of some place in America that
Powell.
isn't right. That isn't friendly for Latinas. And then they get to Miami, honey, and it's a whole new mundo, honey. It's a whole new mundo. Do you understand what I'm saying? Where there's suddenly a beautiful mix of what can be. It's like everything about it, like the temperature better, you know, the weather easier, you know, the
Their
culture.
community.
Yeah,
Better.
people, yeah, like people are speaking Spanish left and right, you know, the everything. So of course she loves it. I almost feel like in my mind, so early on, she was like, "Where are you taking me, Gino?" And he's like, "Oh, someplace that is a, you know, that you would enjoy, that's gonna feel like a little mini honeymoon." She's like, "Hawaii." And in my mind, I was like, no, it's Miami, which of course is where he's taking her. He's dumb though. He should have taken her to Hawaii, because I think that if we take her to Hawaii, could
Take
be like, this
yourself
is
off
so
a
beautiful,
video.
which it is, but but she can't be like, I want to move here. I want to live here, and this is where I want to live for the rest of my life, because it's in the middle of nowhere and it's gorgeous, and like,
That
but
nobody speaks
Miami's
Spanish.
not.
Yeah, nobody speaks
Right. But
Spanish.
Miami's not.
Yeah.
Right. So, but Gino made a bad choice because Gino made the cheaper choice for him, which is take her to Miami. Which I mean, like, if Jasmine from this moment on isn't like, we are moving her, you stupid gringo, you're moving here because it would bring her away from his family. She's going to get him there. Mark my words. Hark the herald angels sing. You know what I'm saying? Mark
Glory
my words.
to the newborn king.
Yep.
Peace
So,
on
or
earth
Queen.
and mercy mild. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Queen being Jasmine, you know, and we get a really dumb scene where I'm so sorry. It's just that, you know, we just get this Fiancé all in his mouth like liquor scene, as Juan likes to call him, which is basically like she's just like, a Fiancé wrote me a letter and the letter said, I'm so sad. And I feel so bad because I feel so sad for Fiancé. Like, I feel like I traumatized him. Like, maybe I'm a bad mom. And we're like,
You
first
are
of
a
all,
bad
this is
mom. You are a bad
absolutely.
mom.
And the first good choice you've made for this man is probably to give him some space from you.
Yeah. Want say y'all on his mouth like liquor, liquor. Anyways, so that happened first. She ends up going bowling with him and having a fun time. Let me tell you, maybe the second time I went bowling, I crossed over the line. You know the line.
So
The line. Oh yeah. Fully cartoon character. Phew.
Mm-hmm.
All my friends laughing. One friend walks up to me laughing. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. So I mean, she's right. If I were taken to Miami and I knew there was paradise in the US, I would want to stay there. And she's in the car talking to the cab driver in Spanish, full on Spanish. And then he's like, "Oh, you don't speak English." And he's like, "No, I do." Gino's so stupid.
I know it. I know.
Okay.
She's like, she calls him stupid gringo, and I mean, there is no stupider gringo.
Yeah, just not a stupider one in the vicinity. Let's move on to Nick and Devin, right? You ready?
Yep.
Nick and Devin. Okay, so Devin's father has a heart to heart with Nick and is like, "Listen, fool." And the whole time Nick is like, and Devin's father's like, "No, stop giggling. Stop giggling. You called my daughter fat on numerous occasions in front of the family. I need you to stop doing that." And he's like, "Well, she's used to it by now." And he's like, "Yeah, that's a problem. Stop calling her fat. Stop calling her piggy in front of everybody." Then we have a parallel scene, if you will, with Devin and her mother about Chris. I think that we have to stop talking about Devin.
Why?
She said on national television that she hates gold.
But
she's not to be trusted. No, she's not to be trusted, Chris. We love gold. No,
I love gold, but I don't think it's for everyone. I want people to hate gold. Okay, I'll tell you why. I want people to hate gold because I want them to wear silver so that when I wear gold, it's even more striking. Some people are for silver, and I believe that that's fine. Also, it makes gold, again, more precious. And not everyone can like everything. Now, I want her to, when she sees me dripping in gold, be like, hi, that's why I don't like it, because I'll never look like her. And she's right. Now, having said that, I also think you can do whatever you want in your life, but
to say she hates it, take yourself off a video. To say she hates it is blasphemy. Okay?
Blasphemy.
You cannot like it. You can say it's not for me. It doesn't go with my palate. But to say you hate it is blaspheming. It's blasphemy. So she says that. She gets this beautiful handbag to the point where at her grown age of 23, she can't even envision a situation in which her mother and her sister take her to wedding dress shopping at like what, H&M to look for a backup dress. She can't do it. She hands her mother the mic and she's crying in the dressing room. Now, I personally feel like the person helping them with the dressing, the like salesperson, like, "Oh, she's crying in the dressing room." I was like, mind your own business. Did you feel that way?
I thought she was horrible because she should have helped her find a dress that she wanted to wear.
I mean, she was worried about her arms, and I think the handbag covers the arms. I think that also maybe she should have found a dress that covered her arms. And I get it. People have their insecurities. Like my panza is my insecurity. My panza.
I'm sorry, come again? She's showing
this
us
is for Patreon only. Don't tell them what we're doing. This is Patreon only. If you want to see, you join Patreon.
what a panza is.
Mm-hmm. My panza
Your
is
stomach?
yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
My panza is my worry place. So if ever we go looking dress shopping, I'm gonna tell you to look out for my panza. If my panza is looking pregnant, okay,
no.
we're trying to camouflage the panza.
Yeah, I just thought you were saying pants in some funny way, but no. Okay.
Pantalones? No.
Mhm. I
Panza.
thought Sorry, yeah. I felt really bad for Devin. So, I mean, not shopping isn't for everyone. I definitely know what it's like to like feel awkward. And I think that also since we were hot off of her fucking fiance calling her fat all the goddamn time, this scene is really, really heartbreaking to watch. I felt really bad for her. So,
Mm.
especially because, yeah, her mom's like, I know it looks like she's basically numb inside and a robot, but I can tell that she has feelings. And yeah, I mean, she's like crying inside, and I think that she's been vocal after filming of how hard it was
Yeah.
and how difficult it was and how it wasn't easy for her and how her natural personality was so anti it. So I think we're watching that right now. Like, I can't imagine. I would honestly fucking hate to be on a show where so far the storyline is my boyfriend slash fiance just keeps calling me pig on TV, and I either mind it or don't mind it or just have to live with it depending on wherever I am. Now, the first half of the season so far has been his family either hating me because I'm taking him away or me having to learn a whole bunch of customs of how to like make them feel okay, but I feel really bad about it. And the second half is him being in my family, and then I'm also on TV and have been filmed back and forth traveling for like the past 6 weeks. So like, I don't know. She's really a sensitive soul. You can really see it.
Though I seem thick-skinned.
No, she does not. You do.
Though my friends never stand downwind and know the shade.
It was a shame.
What's a sense in a name?
A lot of change in my name. Oh, what's
Though
in a
I
name?
seem downhearted.
How does it feel?
Every time that I
Poop up. Not in front of the kids.
Thank you. Hakuna Matata.
No, 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 no.
What a wonderful name. Hakuna Matata.
What?
It
It
means
means
no
no worries
for the rest of your days. It's a problem free
Nope.
philosophy.
Oh God, I hate this.
If you're looking for a hunk of fat and juicy meat, eat my buddy Pumbaa here because he is a treat. Come
All
on,
right, no one likes
on
this.
this tasty swine. All you gotta do is get in line. Are you aching for
Some bacon.
He's a big pig. You can be a big pig too.
Okay, so basically, getting back to Devin and her life, she has to get this backup dress. She can't get the backup dress. She has to see the other dress gets tailored in time. It's a whole ass thing, and she's just like not living through it. Her mom is just like trying to make things work out, but it's just like, it's hard. And so, we'll see what happens. The day comes, the dress gonna be there. We'll see.
Will it? Will it? Won't? Won't it? Will it?
Let's move on.
And
Yep.
Annalie.
Jesus.
The funniest part of this is the fact that he tried to set up this thing for her to see animals of her own country. And she's like, oh, those animals are in the mountains. So I don't even see them anyway. Could you imagine? Like someone's like, oh my God, Wahima, I want you to see these armadillos because I know armadillos are from the US. And I'm like, oh, they are. They're from Texas. So I don't go to Texas. I've never been.
Well, I would just be like, wow, thank you, because I haven't been able to see my homeland's animals. And what a great opportunity. Like if you like the person, you'd be like, thanks, but
if you
in
don't,
every turn,
you'd laugh at them. If you're like, oh, Wahime, here, deer of America, deer of America. I'd be like, great, thank you so much. Oh my God, the deer. I've never seen them ever in my life, but thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah. she's not into it,
Yeah,
obviously.
no.
Like every turn she thinks she's weird. She's like, you know what? He's not social. I like going out. I fucking realize I got here. He just stays on his computer all day long. What is he making a podcast? No, he plays video games. And then she also learns, like we did, that he has no real life friends, and his best friend is someone who he has been in talking to for 10 years as they play video games and have never met in real life. And she finds that wild, which she's not alone. So not only that, they have great ass fucking scene of her being like, also, this apartment is too small. It's always dirty. Then they have a throwback scene where he's like, oh, this kitchen's getting kind of dirty. I don't know what to do with all the stuff, mom. And the mom, yeah, go ahead, mom.
Well, waiting for Annalie to clean her mess up.
What mess? Then I want to be like, go right now in the kitchen, cameraman. Look, whose mess is it? Whose is it? I want them to go, this is the gerbils, this is the dogs, like, you know, like dink, dink, dink. It's all of them. She's right. It's a 1-bedroom with this closet that they have made a 14 bed and breakfast. You know, it's like it's a hostel, and it's
Yeah.
hostile in there. I'll go off camera.
Yeah, it is wild. And he is so defensive of his lifestyle. He's very defensive of the fact that he has never met Cameron, worried that if he does meet Cameron in person, it'll be awkward, which is crazy. That he doesn't assume that it'll just be normal with Cameron and they won't just like be like, "Hey bud, what's up? Yeah, let's talk over these french fries." And she's like, "I didn't think that he wouldn't have friends and we wouldn't have a social life." So I'm like, "Oh my god, wow." So she calls him out on it, which is so
I
just
get
like, go.
I
You get
think
it?
I just want to say it's so weird how also, I guess, universally human. And is it true that Clayton is fearful about meeting his best friend? Because the truth of the matter is, maybe if you were just playing with someone and was like, you know, I really like that person, I hope it would be different. But 10 years, you see them and talk to them all the time. Like, what could possibly change? Clayton's not an ugly man. There's nothing hideous. He's not ugly. I think Clayton is a good looking person. Well, I think Clayton is I think Clayton is
Yeah.
a marginally attractive person.
Yeah.
You know, he's not ugly at all.
He's
Like
got all the workings. He's got dark hair. He's got blue eyes. Like he's not crazy looking. He doesn't have he has symmetrical features.
yeah, he's also not a horrible person. Like
Yeah, of the two, he is the better looking one.
Anna, you think? Yeah.
I said it. Of the two, he's the better looking one. I said it. Objectively, of the two, he's the better looking one.
Okay, Anna Lee for sure is on a pedestal in his mind when we're just kind of like, oh, she is fine.
She's fine.
Fine.
But of the two, he has the one that has the most of the Eurocentric features.
Oh, I won't give you
and
that.
I hate to go with Eurocentric features, but there's something about I'm not gonna say it. I'll say it to you, Chris, privately. Let me put it in our private chat.
You know, here's the thing. It's just whether he feels so shitty about himself because of his mom or his past, whether he was like grew up.
Look at our private chat. Look at our private chat.
Okay. You know, whether he, you know, feels bad about his past or
it to me it ruins it. I was looking at it, I was thinking about it.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that he feels bad about himself in some way, which I don't quite understand why. The most shameful part about him is the mom, right? Closet mom, that's a hoarder, is the most shameful part, which I understand. And we have to really break down why he feels so tethered to her still, because she might be suffering from some mental disease in their but you want to be able to take care of the people that you love, but you cannot take care of the people that you love to the detriment of your own growth. And that is what feels like is happening here. Like he is not able to to go to the next stage of his life, which is
Yep.
where he wants to go have a family or whatever, because literally he has a closet mom who's like creating havoc and, you know, boxes everywhere. And one other thing is he has to obviously cut down on the fucking animals. Like, get rid of the fucking gerbils.
Yeah.
This, like, keep the dogs. There's only
Guinea
2, and
pigs.
get rid of the fucking guinea pigs. Like,
Yeah.
how what's the lifespan of a guinea pig? Is
Yeah.
it, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm missing 2 nails. Patreon. Yeah.
Anyway.
Are we done with them? Is it over?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're done with them. Oh my god, we got it done so quickly. Anyways, if you want to join us for the visuals of what you're listening to right now, you see Chris popping in and out, giving me shade. Oh, shade. You would join us on patreon.com/DocuSweeties.
She loves it.
For $10 a month. And you get extras such as a live every first Monday of the month, plus the episode as soon as it drops. So Chris drops it on Patreon as soon as it's done. And then you get those visuals, as well as other extras, like when we do maybe the update on Natalie Grace, perhaps the update on, what are those people's called? The Murdoch murders. You never know what we do exclusively on Patreon. So join us, okay? Patreon, $10 a month. If you don't have that, you don't feel like it's worth it, you can join us on our social medias, which Chris will explain that to you. Chris?
Hi, guys. So let's go ahead and follow us on Instagram at DocuSweeties. Like all of our posts, comment, do all the things. Also, go ahead and do the same thing on TikTok. Also, we're on X at @1, so at DocuSweeties1 on X. And then also on Facebook, we exist as the DocuSweeties Podcast Facebook group. We love you guys so much. Please consider giving us 5 stars and a helpful review. Sharing us with your loved ones is also, you know, you should be sharing your love and warmth during this holiday season. All right, babes. Bye.
Bye.